Hi everyone, welcome to Module 3. This week, time management is going to be key for you. There are quite a few different assignments this week, videos to watch, and a lot to review and look at and kind of learn about. I don't want you to get overwhelmed, but again, time management is going to be your best friend this week. Your first assignment that we're going to do is going to be playing off of our Hot Buttons discussion. So in Module 2, you are asked to share what your top hot button behavior is. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go back into that discussion post from Module 2, or you can also access it on the side in the discussion button. And you are going to respond to the two students directly below your post. So if I look on here and I go to kind of slow, sorry, Module 2 discussion, which was on Hot Buttons, then I can see that, for example, Emily, I'm just picking a random student. So Emily is going to respond to Jennifer and Christina because those are the two students directly below her. So hopefully that makes sense. What you're going to do is you're going to go into this week's discussion post and you're just going to respond and give feedback in a positive light to those two students. Make sure you label who you are responding to. You can feel free to ask questions. Maybe you agree or disagree. Just kind of give feedback about it. Now, this is where I'm saying time management is key. This part is due by Saturday. So by Saturday, you need to go in and respond to those two students. It is worth 7.5 points for each of the two students that you write to. So for a total of 15 points. That is done by Saturday. If you submit it Sunday or Monday, it's going to be a 0. Please keep that in mind. Saturday. Then, Sunday and Monday, what I want you to do is go back and review who responded to you and what their discussion in their post was to you. If there's any questions that you need to answer, please answer. Just respond, even if you just said thank you for your response, or something where I can see that you are responding back and you are going into checking to see that they review, that you're seeing what they wrote to you. That is worth 5 points. So the whole activity is worth 20 points, but it's broken down. So again, by Saturday, you need to respond to the two students directly below you for Module 2. By Sunday, Monday, go in and review that feedback and respond in some sort. Maybe you don't agree with what they said. You can respectfully disagree. That's okay. That's what having discussions is about. I just like to remind everybody to be respectful with your responses. So that is your first assignment for this week. Then if we go back out to the main part of the module, you're going to learn about your ILAC assignment. And this is my favorite assignment from this class. I love this assignment. So click on the ILAC assignment. It stands for I Am Loving and Capable. There is an explanation video of me telling you what to do. There's also a rubric and there's a story. Please review that, and that's going to be submitted. All-time favorite assignment. Love that. This week we're also going to do another 1 through 5 skill set where we're going to focus on specific praise. And using specific phrases with children. Excuse me, when we're giving our praise. So instead of saying great job, good job, or something like that, we're going to be going into depth about expanding that and really telling children what they're doing that is a great job. Because if you're just constantly saying great job, great job, great job, they're not learning from that. You're not giving them specific information. So please review the information in that, and there's a 1 through 5 skill set assignment to do for this week as well. Then I would like you to click on the transition document. There's kind of a good amount of information in here. It will lead to your lab applications for this week. So what you're going to do is you're going to open this, you're going to review the comprehensive behavior management PowerPoint that's right in the module, and then I want you to write down your class rules and your classroom procedures. These will not be submitted right now. Those are going to go into your toolbox. So I don't need them, but they're going into your toolbox. So you're going to have those tools already done when it comes time to submit them. Then there's some different things to think about in there as well. Then there is a kind of like a module link in this document for you to download onto your computer because you're going to be going back to it. It takes a while to download, so please don't put in that link to your browser and then say it doesn't work. It takes a while. You might want to check your browsers. I've had students in the past who have a Mac computer who've had problems with this. If you can't find it, let me know, or if it doesn't download, let me know, but I really need you giving it some time. It does work on an Internet Explorer browser. Browsers are a huge thing that tends to be an issue. But let me know if you can't find it. So what you're going to do is, I've listed within that document certain ones that you're going to watch. So really go through that document and read through what you're watching in there. There's different modules within that website. There's also some other videos that I have on there for you to watch. We're going to be looking at rules. We're going to be looking at environmental elements in your classroom and your physical environment classroom. You're going to do a couple different discussion posts looking at that as well. These are some of those things that we want to look at, that we establish this step to try to catch or really eliminate challenging behaviors before they can even begin. How we set up our classroom and establishing the rules, the routines, the environment can help prevent challenging behaviors. So there's a couple different activities for you to do. There's a physical environment discussion of you're going to be looking at your site or your observation site or your classroom and be looking at the physical environment, and I give you two different things specifically to look at. You're also going to be looking at transitions and how transitions can affect challenging behavior and what we can do to prevent them as well. So again, there's different articles for you to read, videos for you to watch. You're going to go back into that module that I had you upload that takes a while and watch another video in there. You're going to be doing your other lab application. It says 1, but it's really your second one because the physical environment is 1 as well. So within that document there is an error that I forgot to change, but you're going to be doing a lab application on the transitions in your classroom, and a transition that is difficult and why maybe you think it's difficult, and kind of just looking at the behaviors that occur during that difficult transition. So that is that document. So there is a lot in there. Again, time management is going to be your best friend because you're going to need to be doing several different observations for your lab applications this week. So you'll see within that document that I listed, but if you go into the main module, you'll see where there's different discussions. There's 3 different discussions. You have your 2 lab discussions on physical environment and transitions, and then there's also a transition outside discussion. Then there is also a transition grid document there that's discussed in the document. That is for your toolbox, where you're going to pick 4 different transitions, so look that over. It's for your toolbox. Again, not getting handed in now, but it needs to be completed, so when that section, when that tier is being asked to be submitted, you have it done and ready. Better to do it now when we're talking about transitions and you're already observing for the transitions, to just do it now. Then there is a visual supports in the environment document, so I would like you to click on that. And when that opens, these computers are so slow. Oh my goodness gracious. This is slow. Sorry. I always try to have the module up right here for me so that I can tell you and go through with you the exact order that things are on. Alright, so in your visual supports, again, are modules for you to look over. There's going to be that module video that you had downloaded before. Make sure that's downloaded because you're still going to be watching videos on there. And really just going through and looking at different schedules, samples, and the importance of having visual supports in your classroom. Visual supports are super duper important, and again, will help prevent challenging behaviors as much as possible. So read through all of that because it is important information. Then the last thing that we are going to talk about connects to visual supports, is you are going to come up with a visual strategy gearing off of that visual support. There is a rubric there for you to look over. So basically, what I did was I downloaded or put in there your visual strategies rubric and also the explanation. So have both of those and review those to see what this assignment is about. What you are going to do is you're going to create a visual strategy for your classroom. So after you viewed all those modules where you talked about visual supports, you're going to create one for your classroom. And it's going to be based off of things that that we've learned this semester about why they're important. So maybe it's you have a picture schedule up in the classroom. Maybe it's behavior cue cards. Maybe it's having cubbies labeled with the children's name. Maybe you are creating visuals for placement of items in the classroom on shelves. So go through and read about what that assignment is. And it even gives you choices right there. There's 5 different choices. The 6th one you need to approve by me if you don't want to do one of those 5. So go through and see what that's about. It is not due until, I'm not really sure why I don't have the actual due date on there. Your visual strategy is due the end of Module 9. So you have 6 weeks to work on it. So please work on that. You have plenty of time to do it. But get started on it now, because if you're in an observation site, then you need to be able to talk with the teacher and your cooperating teacher or your lead teacher about doing it. So those are the assignments for this week. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. If you have questions about anything, because I know there's a lot, time management, again, I can't stress that enough. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to let me know. You can reach out to me via email or also in the questions tab in the discussions part on the left. So please reach out if you have any questions. If not, have a fantastic week, everyone. I cannot wait to see your ILOC assignments. Favorite one. Bye, everyone.